Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? And what's up, Sussex Squad? How y'all doing today? Well, if you're Harry and Meghan, you are coming out swinging, letting them know, first of all, I'm going nowhere. And second of all, how dare you think I'm lying? Listen, we're laying low right now, but when we come back, baby, we're going to spill the tea. On top of that, right? If you're in the royal family, I got a question. How do you plan to handle this thing with Sophie? Now, if you guys don't know, tragically, a woman who was about 81 years old got hit by Sophie's security detail. Facts are a little fuzzy. Some people say that they hit her and then kept on going and didn't care. Sophie showed up for her event. Anyway, this woman has passed away. Exactly. Thoughts and prayers to the family. But can we roll it back and talk about an abstract? The royal family is going after Harry and Meghan, calling them liars, doing this, doing that. Sophie has literally taken someone's life. Curtains, quiet, nothing to say. Y'all, let's get into this because the hypocrisy. But how long do they think this farce will last? On a side note, I don't mean to make light of it, and I'm not making light, but you know Sophie, she just can't win. You literally campaigned, kissed the queen's butt, had your daughter taking writing lessons with Philip, like giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. And Camilla's like, did someone call my name? You did all this mess to get that Duke and Duchess, whatever, Edinburgh title, all to have to crawl on your knees and kiss Charles's feet and Camilla's crusty hooves, right? Right? To get that title. And at the end of the day, Charles gave it, even though your daddy promised it to, Philip promised it to, Edward, right? All for Charles to literally take his sweet time, make you pledge fealty, make you bow down to Will and Kate. You can't even say "ah-cha-cha-cha-choo" without Kate giving you an evil villain. Like, shut up, Sophie. Your job is literally to be the ugly, boring couple next to Will and Kate's boring mannequin loves a baldy love. Your job is to be so cold, bland, stale, dry, ridiculous that next to you guys, Will and Kate, shine bright like diamonds. That's your job. That's what you were begging for. And that's what you have to do. And you finally got the Duke of Edinburgh, but it didn't work out the way you thought. Because upon when Edward passes away, the titles will revert back to the crown. And they're going to Charlotte, right? If there's a monarchy there. You did all that mess for those little crumbs because that's all you got to offer to the world. Y'all talk trash about Harry and Meghan selling out the Netflix. The real gag is you would do it in a second, except for Sophie and Edward. I mean, come on, look at them. They literally are the boring, ugly couple. That's your job. That's your job description. That's what you begged and kissed butt for, to be the ugly couple. Anyway, that was just a little aside. But Sophie, right? They really did. An 81-year-old has transcended and left this earth. And nobody's saying anything. And even listen to this insane report. Let me just get into this before we get into Harry and Meghan stuff, all right? Also, hit that like and subscribe button. Almost at 200K. Also, check back. This is a heavy upload day. I know I said that yesterday, a heavy upload day, but there was something traveling and there's something wrong with my Wi-Fi connection, but it's fixed today. So you're going to get all this smoke. Anyway, y'all, Sussex Squad, listen up. This is the craziest thing I ever heard or saw. I mean, honestly, it's just insane. It's insane. Where is it? Hold on. Let's see. Sorry, I'm like reading through all this mess. Okay, they're saying the 81-year-old passed away. She had been in a coma. And get this is the part that I thought was insane. They said that the elderly woman, she was hit by a police motorcycle escorting Sophie. She's passed away. Helen Holland was hospitalized in critical condition since she was on the afternoon of May 10th. But get this. Her son says that she suffered multiple broken bones and massive internal injury. They hit her full on. Again, if this was Harry and Meghan, they would be calling for them to be under the jail. He said she fought for her life for nearly 2 weeks, but irreversible damage to her brain finally ended the battle today. She had been using the safe route of a pedestrian crossing when she was hit by the motorcycle. She was in the right. After the crash, all Sophie said was, "My thoughts and prayers are with Miss Holland," and Buckingham Palace adding that she would be kept abreast of developments. And get this, after she passed away, all Buckingham Palace said, "She's deeply saddened to hear that Helen Holland has passed away. Her Royal Highness' deepest condolences and sympathies go out to the family." Y'all, that's it. And then when it was first announced, Sophie said that she would reach out privately. I know they got kings and queens over there, but this is some psychotic Game of Thrones mess. How do you literally hit someone and then say, "She'll be kept abreast. She'll reach out privately to the family"? Like, y'all, let's move on. Let's move on. Did you hear about Harry and Meghan? Yeah. Y'all, listen, the royal family is so screwed up. And even the dull, boring one is messing up. Who would have thought in this world? I really actually do feel sorry for the family and the level of arrogance and callousness and just disconnect that the royal family shows. This is where you see the disconnect between how they said Meghan didn't understand what the royal family was, and they're like, "Oh, you liar, you knew what it was." No, this is the disconnect. Because in my mind, British people treat, and when I say I mean monarchists, treat the royal family like they are, well, I think that they're celebrities, right? That's what I think, that they are like celebrities. The only thing is, with myths like this, it makes me think, oh, y'all really think that they are ordained by God? Y'all really think they can do what they want? This is literally a feudal society where the king's knights are marching through and the carriage hits a child and that's just it. Oh, well, they can do what they want. Please, constable, what is that? I have royal blood. This is the disconnect I don't understand. In what world can a human being on their way to work, their drivers or whatever, hit somebody and call it the end of the day, and that's it? That's it? There's no inquiry, there's no action, nobody's arrested? Oh, we're looking into it? Looking into what? She was in a pedestrian crossroad. She was hit, massive injuries. She's been brain dead for how long? And that's it? Wow. Wow. But y'all know me. Let it all burn. Let it all burn. I hope Miss Holland is up in heaven being like, no, I don't think so. I hope Miss Holland's up in heaven and Queen Elizabeth managed to squeeze her way in there, sneaking in, right? You know, they say you can buy your way into heaven, and be like, send her back right now. Anyway, speaking of people who we do understand and we do believe, right? Let's talk about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex coming out swinging. If you guys don't know, there has been a crazy backlash where the British media have taken every word Harry and Meghan said, twisted it, tried to make it more, tried to be like they're liars, all this stuff. And I was waiting for Harry and Meghan to actually come out swinging, and it appears that they have. The Sussex says that their account of the car chase was absolutely not exaggerated. They said what they said, and they're standing 10 toes down. Now, I've made no secret to believe that I think that Harry, Meghan, Doria, Archie, and Lilibet, who all happen to be in the New York area all the time, at the same time, I do think that they had reason to fear for their life. I do think there was something very odd, very disturbing. And even the way the media is reacting it, if you look back at old, not footage, but just old archives, just a Google search of the way they handled things with Diana, it's the same way. Diana even said, "I will be meant to go away and they'll look like a car accident. And Charles will be behind it," because Charles couldn't have married Camilla. Again, I'm not a, I don't want to get demonetized. But by the way, did I tell you to hit that like and subscribe button? And if you guys are into reality TV, I am reviewing Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you guys, I'm up to 3,000. Did I already say that? Let me get back to my mess, all right? Create some value. But honestly, it was very fishy. This is the same time when Archie was in a nursery in Africa in the middle of summer, and a radiator that wasn't even supposed to be plugged, an electric space heater that wasn't even supposed to be plugged in, just started smoking. Let's not forget Meghan's dog, who was left alone in the palace and suffered 2 broken legs for undisclosed reasons. You guys, I'm telling y'all, Harry is suing one of the richest men in the world and one of the most powerful with the grip on the news media. He's also going away against a centuries-old institution of power and corruption. Those type of things don't come without consequence. And I'm just being real and I'm being serious. You can look at it as a joke, but we saw what happened to Princess Diana. We saw what the Queen did to her own family that were mentally disabled. Erased them from the books, said they transcended, and then put them locked away in a mental hospital in horrible care when everybody thought they died decades ago. That family's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's my opinion. But this is what Harry and Meghan are up against. And the fact that everything they said was factually accurate, the fact that we're double guessing, well, why'd you do this and why'd you do that? Victims of anything, especially in intimidation and perhaps attempt, like to sit there and ask a victim why you did that. Why'd you go down that alley? Why'd you wear that? I don't know. I don't know. It happened. What's your point? Is anybody going to ask why there were 6 unmarked cars chasing after us? Is anybody going to ask why? Anyway, let's get into this, because they said they're not going anywhere. They said a bridge too far. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been shocked by the response to their frightening car chase experience, a source exclusively reveals in the new issue of Us Weekly. Side note, I hope Harry and Meghan go on and sit down and talk to Oprah. Part 2. Baby, please do it. Please. I want to hear the whole story. I want to see the coverage. I want to see the receipts. Not because I don't believe them. I just want to rub it in the media's face, right? I just want to rub it in her face. They said Harry and Meghan insist their account of the car chase was absolutely not exaggerated. And for people to say otherwise is so hurtful and out of line. Despite facing backlash over their version of events, Harry and Meghan refused to be silenced. As far as staying out of sight and being scared to show their faces, that's not going to happen. And you remember when Kate, right? You need to be worried about why your man's, right? Kate was like, if Harry's so scared by flashing light bulbs, maybe you shouldn't do anything, any public events. Well, we all know you never have to be scared about that, Kate, because who's flashing light bulbs for you? William, maybe they're just not cut out for the public life. Yeah, William, and maybe you're not cut out for any successful endeavor, because what's going on with the Earthshot Prize? You're still trying to make that mess happen? Good luck, Chuck. Anyway, right? They said it's not going to happen. This has just strengthened their resolve to keep standing up for themselves and speaking out when they feel wrong. Baby, I know that's right. But I'm telling y'all, they are saying that they are taking a little time to recover, right? They said that they still plan to come out in public and speak up for themselves. But they haven't seen Harry and Meghan since that night. However, they are trying to return to a sense of safety. And I will say one thing, if I was Harry and Meghan, I would fire that whole security team, because baby, what am I paying you for? But then again, we don't know the details. So let me just hold back judgment or even smart comments, which I love making, until we see what's going on. Harry and Meghan, it sounds like, are going to come out and do another tell-all video interview. It sounds like. I hope he is working on part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on that book. And I'm glad that as much as William and Kate especially were loudly snickering, I can't wait for him to wipe those smiles off their faces. Y'all listen, let me know what you think in the comments. I will be posting a video about how Kate and Charles is going to war. But you know what I think? I think that Kate's all these appearances where she's waking up looking crazy, nobody likes her, wearing like dumb pearl belts like she's in like a Claire's ad for 19 80, right, and not in a good way, because you know that is the look sometimes, but not in a good way. I think what's going on is Kate is trying to solidify herself in the hearts of the public outside of William, because you know, sort of damsel is always hanging over her. Y'all, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. Shout out to Harry and Meghan for rallying up. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.